I was lately working more on painting projects. For a break, I wanted to work with clay. That's the story behind this pendant. Welcome to Terracotta Planet, a channel where we explore terracotta jewelry making and make our hands dirty. I have a small square base cut for the pendant and I'm marking a border using the fettling knife. You can also do this using a cookie cutter. So whenever you're making any impressions in clay, make sure the impression is neat and clean, or else after baking it won't be much prominent. So once the border is made, I am marking parallel lines using a fettling knife. You can also do this with any other sharp objects like paper cutting knife and a normal kitchen knife. Make sure that the interval between each line is almost same so that it will look visually good. So once the border is made, now I'm going to fill each of these boxes using a tiny round impression. So to make this tiny round impression, I'm using the nib of a ballpoint pen. Whenever you're making any kind of impression in the clay, make sure you give a very little amount of pressure, or else the clay will cut off completely. Again, I am marking one other inner layer, for which I am using the same method of creating border using the fettling knife. This is just a very random pendant I made without any pre-planning. And for next layer, I'm going to use a V-shaped wood carving tool to mark V kind of impression all along the border. So once this V kind of impression is done, I'm using a small tool to make a round impression at the center. And now using a paper cutting knife, which gives a very tiny sharp impression, I'm marking lines, random lines that connects the circle and the V impression. I'm not following any pattern as of such, but just marking the lines. We also have an Instagram page called Terracotta Jewellery Making. You can follow our page to get daily updates. So once the random line impressions are done, I'll be moving ahead and attaching the beads. For beads, I'm using a double layered bead, and I'm using 3 of them and attaching at the base. And now we can attach an eye pin or a U pin at the top of the pendant, so that later during assembling part we can attach a cord to that. So we have our pendant almost ready. This is just a on the go pendant which I made. I hope the video was useful for you, and if you like the video, kindly do like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you.